Center Boulevard and had a ribbon cutting for City Center and expressed joy in having a new east-west connection. And I went to the city manager at that point and said, we just built a $3.5 million pump station at the corner of Bland and Warwick that's very, very important to some of us who drive through that intersection. So it's not flooded every time it rains like this. We should have a ribbon cutting at Pump Station 37 because we have lots of CIP projects that aren't sexy, but important and necessary, and I was told to be quiet and go away. I had envisioned even getting two of our major plumbing companies to sponsor toilet races or something, you know, just, I mean, recognize that this is an important part of infrastructure and we should have fun with it. I now feel like we have a common language, that when Lisa comes up with quirky ideas about a pump station, $3.5 million ribbon cutting, that you guys will understand and it won't be shut up and go away, you know. So I am so excited that we have a common language so we can hold each other accountable for having fun for things like that. So.
Well, why don't we do that ribbon cutting now? I mean, we could.
Yeah. It hasn't flooded since. Hasn't flooded since. So, you know, so I'm incredibly enthused by the common language and the accountability that we'll have to each other for that. So when we do come back and say, oh, here's a great pump station and we're going to have fun with this one, people will understand, you know, what we all mean.
Virtual ribbon cuttings.
Yeah, virtual ribbon cuttings. You know.
But the mayor cannot read.
One of the things that I loved was embracing the temporary and being able to do small things, and that's a way that our citizens, that we can try something, and that makes it easier for us to maybe not always get it right on the first go around and learn and build on it, and it will increase, hopefully, engagement and receptiveness on a number of fronts. So that resonated with me.
I like how Peter said, don't be afraid to fail. We have a lot of exciting things going on in Newport News, and sometimes when we're, you know, in the workroom talking about things, we're like, oh, but what are people going to think if we do this? And, you know, sometimes we just have to be willing. And, you know, with Cindy's leadership, she's always like, she pushes us on, and we see the possibilities. So I'm glad that he has, you know, invigorated that with the whole group and reassured us that, you know, that's what you got to do to push it to the next level if you don't want to stay status quo.
Yeah. I like the energy that came out of this room when Peter was discussing the, you know, his various insights. And I think that if we can carry that same energy when we leave here today and go about, you know, our work, I think that a lot of the tools, the insights that he talked about are going to be critical in us trying to really identify who we are as a city. I think they will help us to create, like using our co-creators and emotional infrastructure, we'll be able to create experiences for people, for the people who live here, for the people who visit here, and that we can create a different vibe for the city.
And I want to tack on to that different vibe thing, because the comment that I heard that I think has the greatest potential for power across our organization, if we can get everyone to work this way, was our job is to create a great place for people to live. And in my world, that's all kinds of things. That's, you can flush your toilet, you can get to work on time, you can have a nice recreational facility. You can have a nice council chamber. There's 1,000 ways that all of that can come together. But if we think about it as a matter of, is it part of making this a great place for somebody to live, as opposed to, am I building a road? Am I building a traffic signal? That is a really powerful difference that I think is going to be very, very helpful for us to talk and think about.
There was that example, not just a bridge. Yeah. That was powerful.
A bridge with a troll under it.
Right.
Yeah.
And we gotta take.
I have some volunteers.
We gotta take that to Chief Drew for his crime prevention, Dr. Chet. The troll.
I think that's a good example of the fun stuff. Doing fun stuff. It's not failure. Fail, but at least we tried something.
Say when staff been talking about the troll is real big with staff.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
like that you would save that much money on police monitoring with that troll.
Where in the world? That's on Book Central.
I'll take it.
I want it. We know we can put one in all three. I love that troll.
Community center, yeah.
To be able to tell citizens we saved millions of dollars because we found this troll for $19.99.
It's gonna become a tourist attraction at Central, and y'all can decorate it and all kinds of things.
Put him right up there.
Sweater.
Yes.
City Farm.
Ugly sweater.
That's a big sweater.
Well, and the question is yours a troll? Is it Billy Goat Gruff? You know, maybe it's a Billy Goat, maybe it's Billy Goat Gruff.
No,
Or is it, what is it? You know, what is the Newport News? You know, if you got the Newport News Nile, what's the,
Can we have a Newport News Danger River? I wasn't.
are we?
Anyway, I'm just saying.
Jewel on the James? That was one of the ideas that came out when we were talking about the government ditch, was Jewel on the James. So, anyone else want closing thoughts?
I think too that Florence also mentioned another element that's super important for us is that there are so many things that we could try, but the general view is that the risk level is high and failing is not an option. And overcoming that is an element that is going to be really important for us. So part of that challenge is the support that council can give us in terms of understanding that when we do try this stuff, we are moving forward, taking a risk, and if it doesn't work out, we need help. We need support, we need encouragement to be able to do those kinds of things.
I think you have, to me, Everett, when you say that, I think you and your staff, engineers have exhibited that with no time tonight. You all are taking some risk, even though you're coming under heat with some of the residents. You know, you got that bell curve there, definitely for sure. But you all have taken a risk and tried some new things. So I want to say thank you to you for that.
Thank you.
New eyes on every project.
I think that has to go home.
Yeah.
Or come back to the next meeting, right? Okay, I think everybody's had a comment, and I will add mine, that I really appreciate your all heard. Because I think that you've taken some bold steps in the last 36 hours. And, you know, you've started on a journey, and, you know, sometimes the first step is the hardest. And I see what you've done as having vast potential for really changing the city in a very exciting and fun way. So, so I think that's exciting. Cindy and Mayor, do you want to say anything to close out the meeting? Final?
Just not let this be the last one.
And I just want to thank everybody for coming and participating and being open to some of the things that we've been talking about. And to Becky's point, yeah, sometimes it's not easy to take that first step or to just get past a certain mindset. And it's not going to be. There'll still be that bottom part of the bell curve. There'll still be. But hopefully we'll do everything. I strongly believe when you're trying to do the right things for the right reasons, there's really no failure there. That's right. That is so true.
So thank you all. Thank you, leaders, staff, for the fabulous, fabulous decorations.
Thank you, Becky, for helping us, you know, because I think when you get, as we keep working and communicating and getting used to each other, sometimes, as you know people, the conversation gets different. Because you know they may be passionate about something and you'll know why from their past or upbringing. And it just helps the conversation. And one good thing Peter said, that sometimes you just have to say, that's a bad idea. It's okay. So thank you.
Thank you all.
Red,
And with that, safe travels across the harbor, safe travels.
That's so good, that dressing.